Yeah, and I think when I talk about that sabotage or self-preservation, the other side of it too is even there have been lots of moments when, I am single and, my career and things are happening and I'm manifesting these roles and stuff. And then I'll get like, man, I'm doing this by myself. I'm lonely. And then I'll like stop working out or stop eating, healthy, or just kind of even give up on the career stuff too. And it is just thinking of like, I can't have it all at once or something. I guess that's what I'm thinking. I don't know what the term is.
Here's the best way to explain this. Anybody relating? So we haven't talked about it here today, but it's really good timing to do it here and now. When you are awake, you are always in a receptive mode, because you're always conscious, which means you're always thinking, which means you're always offering a vibration, which means you've always accomplished a point of attraction, which means law of attraction is always answering your point of attraction, which means you're always in the receptive mode. If you're awake, you're in the receptive mode. The question is, am I in the receptive mode of my paranoia? Or am I in the receptive mode of source energy? Am I in the receptive mode of the way people talk about relationships in this world? Or I am in the receptive mode of what my inner being knows specifically about me and my relationships? Before you knew this, like most people, you were attracting all over the place with no conscious awareness of why you were getting what you were getting. And that's why you become reactionary. That's why you become protective. Is because you don't know how it is you're attracting it. You just notice when you do. So you become someone who has knee-jerk responses to what you're attracting with no understanding that you're the one that's creating it. You're the one who's calling it in. But now you understand that. We've been talking about this in very general terms here today. Now you understand that. So now you understand that it's like this. Life has caused me and is continuing to cause me to specify precisely what I want most from where I now am. And there is this active and evolving vibrational reality that really is me and has a strong point of attraction. Because think about it. We've been talking about power of influence here today. When you stood before Jesus dripping your illness, he did not see your illness. Instead, he knew your wellness. And no matter what you said or how you dripped, you did not talk him in to believing in your illness. He just stood there knowing your wellness. And because he knew it unequivocally, and he was in the receptive mode of source energy, and there was no resistance in his vibration, his power of influence was enormous. And while he held you as his object of attention, you felt what he knew, and for that time you knew it. You knew it too, because he knew it so clearly you couldn't not know it. Your doubt could not abide in that vibration. It's like a CB radio. Esther used to run around in a van and she had a CB radio, and sometimes there were people out there who weren't in vehicles who had CB radios. This was a long time ago, who had big towers in the sky. They're still out there. When you truck or drive an 18-wheeler or Esther's monster bus, you'll know what we're talking about. There are big towers out there that are broadcasting really strong signals. And they broadcast so strong that they keep everybody else from being able to talk to each other. When you go through a town and there's some guy who's been sitting there and he wants to talk to all the truckers, he can talk to the truckers, but the truckers can't talk to each other because he's got so many watts going out there. So that's what it's like. When you hook up to source energy, you dominate the vibrational airwaves, you see, which means you are powerful and you are influential. So this conversation is about influence, the power of influence, the influence that you have. When you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on, you have the leverage of the energy that creates worlds flowing through you, you see. And then once you taste that, as you do, and as you have, as you desire something and it comes to you and you get to live it and you get to watch it and you get to feel it, then nothing else will do. Nothing less than that will ever do. So here your inner being is holding all of the things that you care about and focusing upon them, and therefore accomplishing on your behalf, because your inner being is you, a powerful point of attraction with all of these cooperative components coming to it. Our friend earlier said he felt like he was being reeled into that. That's exactly what was happening. In other words, that energy is so strong, and when you are in that cooperative state, you are called back to the mothership, so to speak. You are called back into that powerful vibration. Now that powerful point of attraction, you in your humanness will forever have a relationship with that. And the more powerful it is, then when you deviate from it just a little bit, you feel it in a strong way. Most humans deviate from it dramatically. Most humans don't have any sense that it exists, and they don't work at all to try to line up with it. When you're little, you do, because you want to feel good, and that's all that it takes. But as you get older and you start applying more of the recipes that others around you are assigning to things, then you put all kinds of things into the equation that are not relevant. So the only thing that is relevant is that everything that you want is already vibrationally queued up for you, and you have one thing to do, and that is to get into alignment. And when you are inspired on all levels of your being. The influence of your inner being is reaching to you, and when your valve or passageway is wide open, then the ideas come and you're inspired to the things that you know work well for you. That's how it works. Isn't that nice to know? And don't you feel more powerful? Aren't you sort of eager to trust what's in there and just get happy and let some of it come out and play with you?
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm complete now.
Yeah, you really are.
Thank you.
Yeah.